another special edition of the Brett Allen Show, a pop culture podcast, and we have a very special return guest. We are talking Amazon Prime's Upload Season 2. And I was looking at the calendar, and our guest today, we had her on almost 2 years ago exactly today. Allegra Edwards, welcome in. It's great to have you again.
Thank you so much for having me back. 2 years, boy, that
I know. Well,
stings.
I know it's weird. I think 2 years ago we did just a phone interview, and the series had just come out. We've talked to we had Andy Allo on. We did press with her and Greg Daniels, so it was a lot of fun because we really got some behind the scenes thoughts about this show and sort of what it was all based on. But it's great to have you back. I think the last time we talked, the pandemic had literally just kind of started, and you were hustling and bustling on Facebook Marketplace, uh, buying and selling furniture, and you were just about ready to, I think, about ready to get married. So a
Yeah,
lot has happened. So this is back. Yeah, congratulations.
thank you. There's a wedding ring on that finger now.
Yeah, so but not art imitating life, right? There's no uploads or upgrades in this relationship. None that you
Not that,
want to talk about.
yeah, he's in the other room, so none that he's aware of. We'll just say that.
Right. No massive car crashes. All right. So let's talk about season 2. It's been 2 years since we got the season 1. No time jumps. We're literally like picking up in this series just a couple days or so after season 1 ended. I had the privilege of watching the first episode. Let's talk about it. You're back. How exciting is this, Allegra, to have this out?
So exciting. I cannot wait for everybody to see it because I've been dying to talk about it. I've been wanting to, jump in on the theories, and I've been seeing that people are excited to see some characters and they still have questions, and so sort of just the anticipation that's been building since we filmed it a year ago. I'm just excited to enter the conversation and to feel like I can, you know?
Yeah, I can imagine. So
Yeah.
essentially, we're picking up just a few days after the last episode ended, give or take. And we're still following your storyline along with, everybody else's that's happening in it. But again, I'm glad that we finally are getting this because I know fans and people have been looking forward to this for quite some time.
Yeah, it's true. We've received a lot of either DMs or tweets or just folks that are friends of mine. Every time I see them, that's what they ask: "When is it coming out? When is it coming out?" And it felt so painful not to have an answer for a really, a really long time. So the fact that we have an answer now is very satisfying. March 11th.
So, yes, March 11th. So, what can you tell us? Greg gave us a little bit of insight,
Yeah,
but and Andy as well. But what's happening with your character? What can you tell us? I know your
yeah.
publicist is listening, so I don't want to get in trouble. But what can you tell us a little bit? Can you give us a little tease?
For sure. So, as we know, at the end of season one, Ingrid is in Lakeview. She is uploaded for her boyfriend in a big statement act of love, if you want to call it that. And so, yeah, we find her settling into Lakeview and exploring what that means for her. And as you can imagine, someone that has more of an inkling, more of a desire to be a controlling person in a place where she can literally control her environment,
Yes.
and change things at the snap of a finger. And that people, it's their job to do whatever she says. This is truly her heaven. And as we follow her throughout the season, I think we'll kind of see that she discovers maybe the problem in her relationship wasn't actually distance, or at least not physical distance.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something else wrong there that she has to address. And I think she also kind of looks um, more closely at herself. So, yeah, those are some things that I can definitely hint at and tease at in terms of Ingrid's
Yeah.
journey.
It's exciting. And it was interesting because when we talked with Greg, I asked him about how on earth did you come up with this idea, and he said, well, I always loved the love story between Jim and Pam on The Office, and I wanted to have love stories in this. But interestingly enough, not just the idea of your life being uploaded, and a limited amount of people being able to access heaven or whatever it is that you believe in, but everybody being able to get access. But then when you get into it, you don't just have free reign of whatever might be available, and telling the story of a kid, his child, wanting to pay for these upgrades in this video game, this penguin game of a TV or better meals. And here
Yeah,
we are in real life where you had in last season a lot of control over, what your significant other could participate in. Whether it was you want a gym membership, I'll give you the very basic gym membership that you can have. You want a basic meal plan, I'll give you the very basic, no
yeah,
pastries or anything like that. So I think this
yeah.
is so smart. Like it's just incredible.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. He's pretty gifted at being dialed into the technology that's just around the corner, in an almost prophetic crystal ball sort of way.
Yeah.
We kind of joke that Greg Daniels is a bit of a mage because we see headlines pop up, years after we've seen it in a script. Something will occur in a headline that
Yeah.
is a technological advancement that was in the show. So it's pretty incredible. It's really smart.
Yeah, it's fun when shows like that do that. Like Entourage was very good at predicting a lot of things about the future, films, events, the LA Rams moving to LA, like a lot of different
Yes.
things. And he was posting on his socials. I was ahead of the game when
Yeah.
I said we should bring the Rams to LA. So to change subjects here, it's been 2 years. A lot has happened. We're still kind of in this pandemic-ish kind of thing, but things are moving along. How have things been with you? Obviously, you got married. Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
fantastic.
Yeah.
How has life been for you otherwise, just adjusting to kind of things and going back to filming?
Yeah. Life is I've a lot to be grateful for. Life has been good. We did get married. We had a great wedding and great first year of marriage. And going back to filming, I think there was a lot of, like I said, gratitude because, gosh, after a season of no work whatsoever for anybody, full stop,
Yeah,
to be able to have the opportunity to do it at all was such a gift. However, there was definitely this tentative spirit that I felt, not just in myself, but everybody, because
yeah,
nobody wanted to be the person that was going to shut down production. Do you know what I
right.
mean? Even if it felt like there's only so much that was within our control as far as that's concerned. And um, so there was this sort of like approach avoidance about it. I was really excited, but also sort of anxious.
Yeah.
And I think when we got to filming the end of the season, there was this sigh of relief, like, okay, it's complete. We've got it all in the can, and I'm gonna go home to the United States now and feel like I can breathe again, you know?
Yeah, I tell you, it's just been that way all around from homeschooling just to all the madness that was happening. But we are excited. It sounds like life is grand for you, which is no surprise. Very well deserving of it. And people are excited for Upload Season 2. I cannot wait for people to check this out. It's just going to be one heck of a season. One last question. I like to ask this, and I've been asking, did you pick up any fun habits or skill sets while this last 2 years has been going on? I know you were Facebooking, I
Oh.
joke about that, but any new talents or anything fun? Did you learn to yodel? I mean, what's going on?
Oh man, any new talents that I picked up. I got way more proficient at Instagram and a
Of
little
course.
bit, I this is so funny. This is so recent. This is this week. I finally joined TikTok. So if your listeners want to follow me on TikTok, they can. I've been having fun creating content on there after resisting it for a really long time. And then other than that, talents that I've picked up, uh, I got back into an acting class, and that's not a new talent, but that was really necessary, especially after this gap, you know. It was really good to dig back in and revisit why I fell in love with this in the first place and to kind of turn my fear brain off and my art brain back on. So those are a
I
few
love
things
it.
that come to mind. No
And yes,
bread, no puzzles.
no beer pretzels. You know, it's funny. Yeah, everybody was doing bread. I did see you on TikTok, and you have been posting some really fun videos. We'll link it so people can watch it. But I have
Okay.
to say, I love your, I think you said, creating or participating in the social moment of the uncut gems. That
Yeah.
was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like all of it, I don't really do TikTok, but I was on kind of just, I scroll. My kid and I like to watch, cat videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that uncut gems thing, it kept seeing it over and over. And I was just like, this is going to be a thing. And of course, you do it. And I think yours dressed as the clown filter is the best. So be
Thank
sure to do
you.
uncut
Gosh, thank
gems.
you.
Yeah.
In a
Yeah.
in a sea of uncut gems, it's nice to stand out.
Well, you're doing a great job. Be sure to check out Upload Season 2, everybody, March 11th. Don't miss it. Allegra, thank you so much, as always, for your time. It's always a pleasure to chat with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.